What it do with it, YouTube? What it do with it, YouTube? It's your boy, Swiper480, back at it again with another banger video. Go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and comment on this video, and go ahead and share this with a friend. Subscribe to the channel. It really helps the algorithm. Anyways, subject on hand for today is Adam 22. Now, we all know Adam 22 right now is like the king of content. I know a lot of people are going to say I'm over exaggerating. A lot of people are going to say I'm capping. A lot of people are going to say I'm glazing. But it's true. You know, if not Adam 22, then No Jumper is definitely the platform of king of content. It's the king of drama. Everything that happens up at No Jumper, you know, it leads to people doing reaction videos. It leads to people discussing topics. It's basically the best platform out there for drama right now. A lot of people try to say that he sets up situations, and I don't believe it's true. I don't think he sets up the situation. He may put pieces in place for things to happen, but at the end of the day, it all falls down onto the people that choose to go up there willingly, knowing, you know, the backlash that happens from content that's up there. Well, he recently had King Peele up there, and he also had Young Hefe up there. Young Hefe is always up there. He's a employee at No Jumper. You know, he does really great content. I really like Young Hefe's content. Anyways, they brought up the fact that King Peele has a song called Slide For Me, or Slide With Me, or Slide, something along those lines that he's featured on. So he was featured on that song, and it turns out that he had to remake his verse due to the fact that he was using terms on there that may be considered diss terms towards other gangs. And I'm not sure why he remade it. I'm not sure if he remade it because he was asked to. I'm not sure if he remade it because he's trying to reach a wider audience. He claims he remade it, you know, to reach a wider audience, but I'm not too sure. Those are his claims. Adam 22 brought it to Young Hefe's attention, though, that he basically said a word that may be used to diss, you know, Young Hefe's hood.
Yo, I got a question. As long as King Peele, I feel like he's like primarily interested in talking if we're going to be talking about him. So let's talk about this. You took the disses out of the Slide remix.
I knew this nigga was gonna bring this shit up.
Hey, and Hefe, I don't even want to tell you one of the disses that I was in the original Slide first.
We ain't doing that one.
Yeah,
Man, you knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it.
But you took him out.
Yeah,
but there's multiple disses.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that one.
I know. And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community. You feel me? But yeah, shit, I took it out to reach a wider audience. You feel me? Just so motherfuckers to play it and be feel like they don't need to skip it. You feel me?
So did this all stem from the conversation that I saw you like Hit It J3 basically was saying that he didn't think it was a great idea for Bompton G Uno to be on a song that had disses in it that might affect his street situations. True.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. You feel me? I believe that was true. You feel me? Yeah, some shit like that. We was politicking about it. You feel me? It made sense. You know what I'm saying?
But you probably, when you recorded that, you probably weren't expecting it to be like what it became, huh? You didn't know that was going to be like your
Man, I was
viral.
just giving that shit to my audience. You feel me?
This out though, we ain't gonna let that linger on. I'm from 83rd Street, bro. Like, and that shit dish the set, you feel me? Like, I know where he from on the set, and I don't play into the little fake politics. He ain't dissing A-Trey on the set. Period. I'm not barring no disrespect from no nigga. Ain't never barred no disrespect from no nigga. Period.
Who said
You know
somebody
what I'm saying?
disrespected you?
But still, the topic coming up.
Yeah, that's what I tried
I'm talking to this man, bro.
Oh,
I'm talking to him because the topic lingering, bro.
That I'm disrespecting you?
Bro, you not hear what I'm saying?
Nah.
You said you from a community,
right.
and you said where it's aimed at.
But it didn't diss your set though.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying though.
Okay, so we saying the same shit. So we saying the same shit.
Oh, okay, for sure.
We
Yeah.
don't gotta talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
For sure.
Clarify. What we on though?
Clarify.
We on explosives, nigga to it kind of looked like he wanted to press King Peele, but it did not look like King Peele got punked. It looked like King Peele pretty much held his ground. I don't feel like he got marked out whatsoever. I don't think he got marked out. What was the situation like that when the cameras cut off? I don't know. Like when the cameras cut off and they all went their separate ways and they went to the back or whatever, to the locker room, however it's set up, wherever they went, I'm not too sure if there's a conversation that happened after that. But I feel like it's definitely, you know, a crazy situation. Luckily, it did not go down the way things typically go down when people find out that people are using diss terms towards their neighborhood. The question I had to ask is, did Adam 22 do that on purpose? I know a lot of people are going to say, are you dumb? It was obviously on purpose. And that may be the case. It may have been on purpose. And a lot of people are going to blame Adam 22 for like having communities beef it. And I know how that may be understandable, but I really don't think that's the case. Like, you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. They handled that situation professional as possible, in my humble opinion. Could it have went left? Yes. If it would have went left, would it have been Adam 22's fault? I don't believe so. Because if somebody does something to me, it's up to me how I'm going to react. You know, I may react and I may crash out because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to look like a mark or I'm going to look like this. And that may add to my reaction. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is the way that I choose to react. Luckily, both individuals, King Peele and young Hefe, did not overreact. Then again, even though No Jumper is a podcast place, it's also a place of business. It is also a workplace. So, do I feel like people should be there fighting? Obviously not. We've seen what happened to Almighty Suspect. Almighty Suspect crashed out on Kelpie. He beat him up. Adam 22 forgave him. Then he was about to crash out on that new guy, Brandon. And he got fired for it, you know. So, obviously people are seeing what happens when you crash out at No Jumper. It seems like No Jumper wants the controversy as far as words and drama, but they don't want nobody physically getting hurt at No Jumper, which is understandable. But for people to sit here and try to blame No Jumper for all the drama that's going on, I don't believe it's true. Yeah, they platform it, but like I said, you got to choose how you're going to react. That is just my opinion. Go ahead and drop down your opinion in the comments. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to share this with a friend. With all that being said, this is Swiper480, and I'm out. Peace.